Mastering cash flow for lasting wealth. Lots of people think being rich means making lots of money. The more you earn, the wealthier you are, right? That's not true. Rich people don't just make money, they're really good at managing it. The secret is cash flow, how money comes in and goes out. Most people mess this up or don't even think about it. If you want to be wealthy for a long time, not just live paycheck to paycheck, you need to control your cash flow. In this guide, I'll show you how rich people keep track of their money, grow it, and how you can do it too, even if you don't make a ton. Anthony's story, from stuck to strong. Years ago, Anthony, a 38-year-old worker, asked a money coach for help. He made $120,000 a year, had a nice house, and owned 2 cars. But his bank account was always nearly empty. He didn't waste money, didn't feel rich, but wasn't broke either. His coach showed him a simple trick businesses use called the indirect cash flow method. It changed his life. In 1 year, he saved enough to cover 6 months of bills, paid off costly debts, and started putting money into easy investments. His paycheck stayed the same, but his habits got better. This guide is for people like him, those who earn okay but feel stuck. You don't need more cash, you need to use it smarter. Busting the money myth. Here's a big mistake. Thinking a big paycheck makes you rich. It doesn't. You can earn $200,000 a year and still have nothing if your money comes in and leaves without a plan. Cash flow is what connects what you make to what you keep. Rich people are super careful with it. They don't just check what comes in. They make sure every dollar goes where it should, like savings or investments. Most folks only look at their paycheck and ignore things like taxes, loans, or small buys like coffee or apps. So, 80% of their money disappears fast. A 2023 study said 60% of people live paycheck to paycheck, no matter what they earn. This proves cash flow matters more than income. Change starts here. What if you could fix this? Treat your money like a business with a cash flow statement, a list showing where your money goes. Rich people don't just make a budget and forget it. They plan ahead, set goals, and watch their money like a hawk. They don't guess, they know. The first step is to think differently. Cash flow isn't boring, it's your money control center. It shows you problems and chances to do better. The tool rich people use. Rich folks use something called the indirect cash flow method. It's simple, not fancy. Start with what you take home after taxes. Then look at what you did with it. Did you spend extra on gifts or fixes? Did you add to debt? Did you save some? If your cash flow looks different from your paycheck, trust the cash flow. It's the real deal. They check it every week, not just monthly. This helps them spot little wastes, like unused apps, cut overspending, like takeout, and put extra money toward big goals, like a house or retirement. A 2024 study found weekly checkers are 40% better at hitting long-term goals. Why we mess up. Most people don't mess up cash flow because they clueless. It's because they human. Feelings make us spend, especially with credit cards or online shopping. Say you get a raise and feel great. You might buy a new phone or a trip. Money coach Julie Murphy calls this emotional spending. It feels good now but hurts later. People say, I deserve it. But your cash flow says, stop. Think of your money like a hose. Good cash flow waters the right spots. Bills, savings, investments. Emotional buys poke holes in the hose. Too many holes, and your money dries up. A 2022 study said 70% of quick buys come from feelings, costing $450 a month. How rich people stay smart. Rich people feel emotions too, but they don't let them rule. They use auto transfers, apps like YNAB or Mint, and friends to stay on track. They care about the future, not just today. Cash flow shows how well you handle feelings, not just hard work. For most, money buys stuff, clothes, cars, food. For the rich, it buys freedom, more time, choices, and less stress. What does your money say? If someone checked your cash flow, would it show you're building freedom or just buying stuff? Rich people ask this every month. They don't spend extra cash. They save or invest it for things like retiring early. Tech helps. Sites like Public.com let you invest small amounts easily. A 2025 study said 65% of young investors started with less than $500. Wealth isn't T about working harder. It is about working smarter. Stop surviving, start planning. Most people don't control cash flow, they just get by. Paychecks fix things for a bit. Bills feel like a tax. They wait for life to slow down, but rich people don't. They organize their money even when it's crazy. You don't need a lot to start. Just decide to plan, not react. Say, I'll spend what's left after saving, not I'll save what's left. Without a plan, money slips away on things you forget. A 2024 report said, Americans waste $300 billion a year because they don't watch their cash flow. 3 easy steps. Here's how to start. Split your money. Set up auto transfers to accounts for bills, rent, food, freedom, savings, investments, growth, learning, side gigs, and fun, movies, hobbies. Check weekly. Look at your spending every week. Use apps like Personal Capital to see the truth. Wealth grows when you stay on top of it. Match your goals. Make sure your money helps you live how you want, like retiring early or traveling, not just survive. Build real wealth. Cash flow is the start, but wealth comes from smart investing. Don't pick one thing. Spread your money into 3 areas: growth, stocks, real estate, safety, savings, bonds, and cash for emergencies or chances. Ask, what's this dollar doing? If it's just sitting, it's lazy. You can start with $100 a week. A 2025 study said small, steady investments grow 8–10% a year over 10 years. It's about the plan, not the amount. Melissa's turnaround. Melissa, a 34-year-old designer, felt behind even with decent pay. Her income went up and down, savings were tiny, and investing seemed impossible. She switched her focus to cash flow, tracking every dollar with the indirect method. She cut wastes like unused memberships and takeout. She split her money into 3 accounts: daily costs, growth, investments, and chances, emergencies, ideas. After a year, her wealth doubled with the same income. She had 6 months of savings, growing investments, and no more money worries. Start today. You can do this now, no matter what you earn. Know your flow. Write down what you make and spend. Use Google Sheets or Tiller to track it. Set up buckets. Auto-transfer money to bills, freedom, like a retirement account, and opportunities, like emergencies. Check weekly. Spend 10 minutes every Sunday reviewing. Did your money help your goals? Invest. Small. Put $50 a week into growth, stocks, safety, savings, and cash. Use Vanguard or robo-advisors for help. Stay steady. Automate transfers, set rules, and talk to a friend every few months to keep on track. This is about freedom. Freedom from money stress and living paycheck to paycheck. You don't need a huge salary or to be a money genius. Just a plan, a goal, and sticking to it. Rich people use cash flow to build wealth that lasts. You can too. Keep it simple, be patient, and let your money work hard for you.